Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. Pleased to be joined by Zeke and Andrina of Otesgo football. How's it going?
It's going good. How about you?
Doing well. I know you've been a busy kid this year. Before we get into that, since it's your first time on here, why don't you tell a little bit about yourself?
Name's Zeke. I'm a sophomore at Otesgo High School. I do three varsity sports: wrestling, track, football. Um, that's pretty much it.
Yeah. So, what's it like just trying to balance all those things because I know, jumping from sport to sport to sport, it could be a challenge, but I bet it's fun too.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, but you just got to make time. Like sometimes it gets a little hard, like here and there, especially jumping from thing to thing. But you get used to it after a while.
So kind of go into this past season for football. Like, what were some of the biggest things that you really kind of took away just as a sophomore, being so young and having a lot of success?
I like definitely hard work that like paid off, like from the off season, constantly working. Um, and like it's definitely like as a competitive person myself, like it's just fun. Like it's just fun going out there playing football, you know, being competitive, like being able to play, especially at a higher level like varsity.
Yeah. Best moment from last year that you remember?
Beating Plainwell, our rivals, for sure.
Okay. So, I know from like I know let's we're kind of jumping all over the board. Let's go to I know you're in track season right now.
Yes.
I know you guys have accomplished quite a bit this year. Uh,
Yeah.
why don't you kind of explain what you guys all did?
So at regionals last weekend, we qualified for state in the 4x4, which is a big change from last year where we only had like two kids go to state, and now I think this year we have like 10 in total, including my relay team. So our track team's definitely on the rise right now.
So what events are you going to be running for in states?
Just the 4x4. Our 4x2 and 4x1 were close to qualifying, but just that.
The 4x4 team, like what has really worked well for you, and getting fast times. What did you guys really focus on this year?
Really just pushing. Like we've done like a lot of our training is just a lot of like training our body to go past like our limits. Like as far like we'll do these things where like we'll run a 400, like sprint it, and then you'll have to try and sprint the last 100 meters like as fast as you can, and just kind of use all the energy that you have. Like get used to the pushing past like that wall.
The handoffs, where are we at on that? Because I know that.
Our handoffs have been all right this year. I all of our 4x4 team, like everyone on it, this is everyone's first year doing it, other than one kid. So it's a little awkward, but we've been practicing this past week, so we should be pretty dialed by state.
Was it tough for you at first to get that down?
Not really, because for the 4x4, the handoff's a little different. Like it's not a blind exchange where like you're not looking at them, so it's a little easier when you're like able to look at them and grab it. But we've struggled a little bit like throughout the year, but not that much.
So throughout the summer, uh, what what are plans coming up for that? Because I know you're going to be pretty busy.
I have a plan like for a lot of football camps this summer. Already done three. Uh, plan on four more this summer as of right now. Could add more. Just trying to get out there, be competitive.
How many camps have you hit so far this year?
So far I've hit three: the Prep Red Zone Combine, the MHSAA evaluation camp, and then the K College camp just last weekend.
So I think, going into this year, um, obviously I know you have a lot of goals, for yourself. I know that, Otesgo did not have maybe, the best year that that you wanted,
Yes, yes.
but going into this year, I believe it's the second year for the coach.
Mhm.
But what are some of the things that you want to improve at this coming year?
This coming year, just like almost working more as a team, like more team chemistry, and also like record wise, win wise, like a big goal for us is just to at least winning record. Like that would be great. Like that, we haven't had a winning record in years down at Otsego, so that would be a massive goal. Um, Always beating Plainwell again is always a big goal for us every year, and just working hard the whole summer. Really, just going at it.
So so kind of going in off that, let's kind of get into your own head a little bit. What's how do you get ready? How do you mentally get ready for a game?
Mentally, I mean, usually I'm pretty set. Like, you just gotta tell yourself, like, I mean, there's nothing really to like. This is just high school ball. Like, you ain't. We're not in the Super Bowl or anything. The NCAA championships, like, just a high school game. So, I mean, there's no reason to really be that nervous to go out there and so just go play.
Yeah. Um, like I don't know if you have headphones in during
Yeah,
getting ready for that.
yeah.
What's Zeke listening to?
Uh, I don't know. Sometimes we'll put on some good old heavy metal, maybe some rap.
In terms of going, getting ready, because I know that you've been using a lot of things to try to get to the next level and stuff like that. Like
Hmm.
I'm seeing, promotions from social accounts and stuff. Like, what's that been like for you to kind of promote yourself and try to get to the next level? What's that been like?
It's been hard, but also fun. Like trying to figure it out, like along the way, putting yourself out there. And sometimes it's a little hard, like when you don't get a bunch of like interest. But so far, what I found is like as you just keep promoting yourself, eventually you do start to get some eyes.
Yeah. All right, let's get to know you off the field. Um, okay, so what off the field, what's Zeke like to do? Like outside of school?
Um, Outside of school, just kind of big gamer. Love playing video games with all my boys. And honestly, just exercising off the field. Love doing that. Like just staying in shape.
Yeah,
Um, Love hanging out with family.
yeah. Let's see. What's your favorite movie?
Lord of the Rings for sure has to be my favorite.
If you're bored, what's your go-to streaming service?
Ooh, if I'm bored, probably put on some YouTube. Just turn that on, watch something.
Okay. What's your favorite team to root for?
Uh, I don't know. I don't know what I would really say for that one.
Like what? Like, yeah, because I mean, where you're located in the state, you could be a fan of a lot of teams of where you
Yeah,
are.
I don't know. Probably Detroit Lions.
Yeah. Um, and then finally, what's an interesting fact people may not know about you?
Um, I I don't know. I just trying to think of something that nobody would really know.
Or like maybe something your friends would know, maybe something interesting about like
Uh, maybe something that some people won't know is not a very extroverted guy, even though I may come off as pretty extroverted. I just sometimes I just like to, just chill.
Okay, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
All right. Well, Zeke, thank you so much for the time as always,
for sure.
and we'll talk to you when the season gets closer.
Yep.